Hey everybody, Jordan here. Today we're planting buckwheat as a microgreen, so stay tuned. So for those of you who don't know what buckwheat is, I'm not referring to the Little Rascals character. It's a cereal grain that is grown as a microgreen, unlike other grains which are normally grown for their grass. This has a broadleaf way of growing, so it makes a perfect microgreen, and it's actually super fast. So what I've been doing is I've been soaking it for about 4 hours now. So I'm just gonna drain it. All right. And I'm just gonna let it sit there and breathe for a moment while I fill up my two 5x5 trays with some coco coir. Filling it to about halfway, right? So it's fairly flat, not perfect, but workable. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna spray down the coco coir so that it just provides a great bed of moisture while the seed germinates, because we need just a little extra moisture during this phase, so I always recommend to get your soil nice and soaked. Now what we're gonna do is obviously open up our jar. And something kind of cool about buckwheat is it is a really fast microgreen, and that's why people grow it as a cover crop. So people will cover their spent farmland with buckwheat, or even their garden beds. The reason people grow it as cover crops is it's super fast, and you mow it down quickly so that that biomass goes back into the soil a lot quicker than some other seeds do. A great thing about buckwheat is it's in a shell, so it'll evaporate quickly, and overcrowding isn't too much of an issue. So if you have it nice and close together, that'll be just fine. But one thing I like to do, my final step, is I like to cover it in a nice light layer of coco coir. And the reason I do this is it makes the seed feel like it's planted like normal. What triggers it germinating is darkness, moisture, helps raise the humidity next to the seeds. And as you can see, they're not perfect. I have some holes here and there, but that helps the breathing of the seeds, which is also really important. We don't want to get it too soaked, because then, it'll drown. It needs oxygen just like us. Before we cover it, I'm gonna spray it down one more time. And there you have it. That's how you get started with buckwheat microgreens. Really similar to a lot of others. But like I said, it is very fast. You're gonna wanna check on it every day. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cover this with a blackout tray, and I'll check on it every day, but then I'll uncover it once I see that the seeds have germinated and they're starting to poke through the coco coir. I'll put it under some lights that I have behind me. But if you just have a windowsill, you can place it next to that, and it can get that indirect light. Just rotate your tray every day, and your seeds will grow nice and straight. All right, everyone, welcome back. It's been 7 days. As you can see, we have our full-grown buckwheat here. It's a pretty healthy batch. Now, what I did is after 3 days, I uncovered it, checked on it, and I could see that the seeds had germinated. They were starting to poke through the coco coir that was there. So I just took it out and put it under our lights that we have behind me, and just kept bottom watering it. It kind of self-regulated how much moisture it needed, and it grew nice and healthy. Now, so as you can see, some of the seeds still stick to the top, and that's maybe the main drawback of buckwheat, but as you can see, it's just so easy to pluck it off. And over the next day or two, as you allow it to continue to grow and branch out, these will fall off on their own. It has a really nice zesty flavor. Has a nice pink stem, which I think is really great. And just look at those roots, man. Over a week, it completely took over that coco coir, and that's just a testament to why it's used as a cover crop. It can really get in there, add nutrients to soils, and create some good pathways for new roots to follow. So try buckwheat, and happy planting.